Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Succum's Garage. Now, my Acura RDX is having an issue with oil leak, and it's not where you expect it to be. It's not coming from the valve cover, and it's definitely not coming from the oil pan. But as you can see, there's a bunch of drip stains down here, and I'll show you where exactly it's coming from. So I went ahead and started draining the oil. You don't necessarily have to drain the oil, but this car is actually due for an oil change, so it's the only reason why I did it. Let's come right here. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So if you look around the oil pan, which starts right there, you don't see anything major coming out of it, but you do see a bunch of oil right here, and that's actually coming from right above this, or actually right behind the filter housing right here, the oil filter housing. And you see down there, it's pretty clean. Coming around here, even going all the way over here. Let's get some light. It's pretty much clean right there. My only assumption is this filter housing right here, and it does have 4 bolts, I believe. Right up there. I believe they're 10 mil. Not sure. They're in a hard spot to get to though, but we'll try. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this oil filter. I've already loosened it earlier, so that's why you see it's wet. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. So this is supposed to be a simple job, but come to find out, the axle is in the way of the bolt, so I have to remove this axle. In order to remove the axle, I have to remove a lot of stuff. See, outer tie rod, take it off the actual strut itself. You don't have to remove the rotor. I did it just to help me on the weight. And now I'm going to try to get this axle right off. Half shaft out, or half axle, whatever you want to call it, off. Right here, I just put one of these sliding hammer right on the back of this, and it just came right off. And now, you have to get the shield off. The shield are held in by 3 12mm bolts. So this one right here and the one down here in the bottom are easy to get to. You can access it right here, but the one in the back is very difficult. So in order to do that, I had to use a very long extension. As you can see here, this long extension right through here under this catalytic converter, through this area, and shove it all the way down there until you meet the bolt. Very difficult. And that's just a shield that covers that axle. That's all that does. See right here, the shield. And now I have access to that bolt that's here for this oil filter housing. But the only problem now is that this other part of the shaft right here that runs all the way to the transmission, the bolt is actually right inside of it, and you can't access that. Now I have to take this off. By taking this off, you have to take this mid bracket right here right off too, and and this is held in by 3 bolts also. Oh, another thing I did was I took off this I believe it's the motor mount that's held in place right here. And I also took out this bracket that's right here too. So that motor mount looks like this. So that motor mount sits on top of here like this. It sits on like that. And this plating sits on the back of this oil pan right back here. And those four right here are 17 mil. Also, this is a 19 millimeter and this is a 17 millimeter. I don't know why I had to put a shield here. Okay. There's 1, 2, and one right back there somewhere. Probably a 14, that's what it looks like. Alright, so that other bolt is right up there. You can see it right there, that one right there. You could probably access it from down here with a 14 millimeter wrench. I'll go ahead and give it a try. Alright, so I went ahead and used a long extension. As you can see, it fits right into right there. And I did manage to get that bolt out. And I got it coming all the way through the catalytic converter again. All the way there. Very long extension. Yeah. Loose. And now for the one on top. Goodness gracious. Okay. And this one too. All right. Okay. All right, that's loose. Let's see if I can get that out. Goodness gracious. Oh, okay. Well, it's kind of stuck right there. I might just leave it hanging. Let's see. We could probably work around that. Yeah, we could. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that shaft hanging like that. But now you can see we have access to that top bolt right up here. There's that one. There's the two. Come around here. You got that one right there. And then the one right above it, right here. Right. And more than likely this will just drop once I take this filter housing out, so you gotta be careful that it doesn't fall on you. Probably might want to tie it up to something. Oops. Oh, it's a long one. Here comes the oil. This one has oil coming out. Oh, wow. This has oil coming out of it. Hey. Oh my goodness. I literally got no space right here. Even with this shaft out the way. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. It's moving. Let me see. Can I do this? Will it allow me to do this? Alright, shaft, now you're in the way again. Try to get that shaft to swing down a little bit. Here we go. Oh my goodness. So as you can see, it's been leaking from here, the filter housing, and this is where it's built up the most. All this gunk right here, right in this area, and eventually it just spreads over time to this area. But other than that, this is the only area where it's like the most gunkiest. All right, let's take a look at this. That way. Okay, so this gasket is completely flat. I'm gonna go ahead and get it cleaned up, put the new gasket on, and put it back in the car. There's one. Okay. All right. This is the last bolt going in. All right. Also, so this half shaft does come out. Earlier, I was saying that I couldn't get it out, but only because this part right here actually spins. So if you spin this a certain angle, and this part right here at the end, if you turn it at a certain angle, you can maneuver it back and forth, and it does come out that way too. And you can put it back in easy this way also. That makes it easier to get to these bolts, and to put it back in, you can just go like this, right? Angle it up towards in between here, and it just goes right up just like that. and you just put it right in just like that. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get it out so that I can go ahead and tighten these bolts up as much as I could. I'm just gonna leave it like this hanging for now. And the best way to tighten it up, it's with a small 10mm wrench like this. You just have to go in here. 1, 2, up here, it's the hardest one. 3, and then 4. And it's pretty easy. Just like that. So I got the shaft back in the transmission. Put that bolt back in. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this one and the one right above it. Oh. All right, let's go ahead and put that shield back on. Let's get this thing back in. Oh. Alright, so this bracket's back on. The rear motor mount is back on also. The torque for this bracket, I do not know. But I just torque it as much as I could by hand. And the torque for the lower, the rear mount right here, the 217, they are 47 foot-pounds. And then the 19, that's back here, that is 69 foot-pounds. That's if you want to torque it. I do apologize. My GoPro died somewhere along the way, and I'm not sure until I went back to check the video. So everything is back on. Only thing I gotta do now is go ahead and torque the outer tie rod, the nuts to the shock strut, and the bolts to the caliper bracket, and the axle nut also. Alright, so the torque for the outer tie rod is 40 foot-pounds. The torque for the nuts right here on the strut is 100 foot-pounds. No, actually no, 112 foot-pounds. Then the torque for the bolt for the caliper bracket are 100 foot-pounds, and the axle nut is 242 foot-pounds. And one more thing, the two nuts and the bolt for the lower ball joint, they all three get 38 foot-pound torque. The only thing left I gotta do now is go ahead and put this filter back on and fill the engine oil back up, and we'll call it a night. I mean, we'll call it a day. So I'm just checking for leaks. I did pour oil in it. Okay. Yeah. I'll probably just start the car, let it run for a little bit and see what happens. Alright guys, so after a few days of driving, I don't see any more leaks. Let's just come down here and check, just to be sure. And yep, it's still dry. Looking like that was the issue the whole time. Alright then. And that is all I have for you guys for the video. And if you did enjoy the video, smash that like button for me. And if you enjoy contents like this, please subscribe to the channel. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.